Yeah, Mom, don't call me.
Alone,
Stop, Mom. Mom, I'm with my friends.
Alrighty. Hello. Give me one more talking to it.
Hello.
Yeah, you
Hello.
sound good, man. Sound good. I'm loving
Excellent.
it. Okay. You ready to knock into this thing?
Yeah.
All right,
ready.
everybody. Welcome back to the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Today I have with me Mr. Kelly from AFTM. How you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm glad you're here.
Excellent. Yeah, me too.
It took us a little while to get this thing
Me too.
scheduled up right, but we're here now.
Yeah, finally.
Them AFTM boys are
Finally.
busy, bro.
Yeah.
You guys are busy
Let's
bees.
try
Yeah?
to.
You
It's
guys
good.
played this weekend? How'd it go?
Yeah, it went good. It went good. We played, where did we play? We played Friday in Atlanta, which was in like the Roswell area.
Is this the From the Earth, right?
Yeah.
How was that? I've
It
never
was
been
good.
there.
It was good. It was
Yeah?
really good. It was in a parking lot, and so people would buy like a 4-person pod, which was basically just a parking space.
Yeah.
And the sound, I feel like we played super well.
Yeah.
For not
First show playing
back.
back. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, got
They
it.
I saw a video of it, dude. It looks like a huge place.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
just a big ass
huge.
parking lot?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I like that.
Dude, the beer was really good too.
Yeah?
Beer was
They brew
really
it there,
good.
I guess?
Yeah, they brew
Yeah,
it really
interesting.
good.
I'm gonna have to try
really
this.
good.
It seems like there's breweries popping up everywhere in Athens, Atlanta, man.
Yeah,
Like everywhere, every time you hear a band playing, they're playing a different brewery. It's like
Yeah, I
awesome,
know.
cool. I'm down with that.
It's an easy place to go to because they're almost all breweries are looking for bands.
Yeah, entertainment. Get people in there drinking a few beers and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wanted to note that Kelly is the first guest to bring a whole ass bottle of Jameson whiskey.
Yes.
Just setting the bar, bro. The rest
Yeah.
of the guests are looking sick right now, bro.
Yeah, they better get on it.
You better show up with 2 next time. Come on. Got to keep up in the bar.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's knock into this. Let's give me the origin story, dude. How'd you get to playing guitar? How'd you get into music? All that good stuff.
All right, so I guess from the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
the reason I got into guitar was because my grandfather always used to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go over to his house and he would have like 10 guitars out in the living room.
Yeah.
And he used to just play simple old folk songs like I
Mm-hmm.
got a tiger by the tail, it plain to see. Just stuff
Yeah.
like that, like very old songs. And I loved it and I really wanted to play with him.
Yeah.
And he was a good teacher, so he taught me like G, C, D,
Yeah,
A.
the basics.
The basics.
Yeah. How old are
And
you at this time?
I had to be about maybe 10.
10? Wow, that's
11.
early, man. That's
I
pretty
think
early.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he kind of laid the groundwork and the first initial inspiration. And so I just practiced kind of on my own and then dove into YouTube and tried to
Yeah.
figure out, what I wanted to do. And then I got super into like heavy metal
Really?
for years. Yeah.
When you say heavy metal, what do you mean? Because it's a broad term now.
Yeah, I mean like August Burns Red.
Some
like,
heavy shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
okay.
All That Remains. All those guys.
Yeah,
all the
dude.
Guitar Hero heavy metal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was really big when we were growing up.
Yeah, it was
you know what I mean?
huge.
It was like a big deal. You know
Yeah, I like worked up all my skills on Guitar Hero before even trying to like
You transferred it over?
transfer over. Yeah,
Love it, man. Love
Yeah.
it. That's a good origin story. That's nice that, when your family can teach you, I don't know, that just makes it kind of special. You know what I mean? Would you say so?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I think so. I think it gives you more of a, I don't know, a more of a reason to do it. I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
more natural, or like eating dinner, you know what I mean? You're doing it with your family. I don't know.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But anyways, how do you get from there and you play all throughout? Just from there out, you haven't stopped. Have you stopped at any point?
No, not really. I played so after metal, I joined the high school jazz band. And around I joined it for trombone in in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was terrible. And I had a couple of my friends that were also played trombone.
Yeah.
And we used to try to like shoot Tic Tacs at the saxophone section in front of us. We took it as a big joke.
Yeah, I love it.
And then we finally wanted to do Smoke on the Water.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the classic,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's first song. And
Absolutely.
I was like, hey, I could do this on guitar. And then I started playing for the jazz band, which is totally different than any other thing I
They
had
teach you how to
tried
read
do
music?
before.
Did you learn how to read?
Well, I learned how to read lead sheets.
Uh-huh.
So that would be they would give me rhythms, and
Yeah.
then above the rhythms they'd say like A minor
Yeah,
and
just
A
the chords
major.
and whatnot.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. And then so you kind of learn to like fly by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
Because because you don't. I tried to learn how to read notes. I just couldn't
It's
do
not
it.
very interesting to me. I feel like we had the same history because I tried to play trombone too. I was in a band, and
You
I did
really?
jazz band too for guitar. And like I did like
Really?
a few months. I was like, dude, this is not what I want to do. Like I just want to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
too like I was playing a bunch of stuff I wasn't interested in. But that's funny, dude. Think about trombone, bro. It's like hard to like you do your mouth like a certain way for the low notes, and then you like do it a certain way for the
Yeah.
high notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man, I don't like this. But I did saxophone. Saxophone was fun. I feel like middle
Saxophone's
school
gorgeous.
band was like, or middle school and high school band was like, it's like a really good way to get into music, low key. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I learned some shit that I wouldn't have learned. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
That translated eventually. At the time, I was like, this is stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We were kids.
dude. Especially when the band director's trying to corral everybody,
Yeah,
and make
yeah.
sure everybody's on point.
Absolutely.
I think seeing that is beneficial.
Yeah. What a
You
tough
know?
job, too, man.
Yeah,
Corralling fucking
especially-
60 kids or whatever.
Especially with us. We one of my buddies who played bass, he used to stretch and then hit the clock to try to get us out of school
he
or out of
wouldn't.
class earlier.
That's slick right there,
And
man.
He almost tried to fail us in like 7th grade, I
Yeah.
think. And the principal was like, "Hey guys, this is stupid. You cannot fail jazz band,
Yeah.
right? So
You
just
gotta
don't
make it."
quit being idiots."
That's hilarious,
Yeah.
man. And does that get you to your first band, I assume? You playing any bands in middle school, high school?
Yeah, so my good friend growing up, Preston Andrews, who was the guy who actually invited me or introduced me to Forrest and the Twins
Okay.
at the because he played with AFTM
Yeah.
before
Pre-Kelly.
before I
Yeah.
joined.
Gotcha.
And so I played with Preston ever since we were in jazz band.
Okay.
So we would play gigs like I'm trying to think of just the dumbest ones. We would play like at Macy's, like a
Really?
department store.
No way,
Or-
man.
Yeah, that's
How do I
probably
get
the
booked
worst
there?
one.
Send me a number, bro.
I have no idea.
How does that even happen?
I think it was our band director had
Yeah?
some sort of connection.
Hook up at the Macy's?
Yeah, and we played like the perfume department at Macy's.
Fucking way, bro.
Yeah, and we didn't learn songs, right?
Yeah.
So we
You
would
just jammed or what?
Yeah, we'd say, all right, G minor to C7. And we'd do that for 20 minutes. And then we'd be like, all right, that's boring. Let's just go to like E to A for
Yeah.
another 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Just two chord
That was
heroes.
because it was
Wow.
only me, a bass player, and a drummer.
Yeah, 3-piece.
Yeah,
No singing.
no singing at that
Dude, I love that. That's hilarious,
Yeah.
man. That's pretty ballsy for a bunch of kids, man.
It was fun. It was
Yeah?
fun. We
That's-
didn't really think much of it,
Yeah?
to be honest.
Damn, bro. That's like baptism by fire. The Macy's.
Yeah.
The Macy's crowd's probably tough on you, man.
Yeah,
They're just shopping around.
nobody looked. Nobody cares.
Really?
But,
Yeah.
you just are having
Dude, if
fun.
I saw
so
a
it
band
doesn't
at
matter.
Macy's, I'd be hype.
I
I'd
would
be like,
too.
let's fucking go,
I would
bro.
too. I would never expect to see
Yes,
a band
bro.
at Macy's.
That's hilarious. Do you guys play any other venues like anywhere? Well, you guys are young and can't get in, can
Yeah,
you?
we played I'm trying to think of just one-off shows. We didn't play a lot.
Yeah.
But we would play we played, so our high school never had a marching band.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, we would set up drums, guitar, and bass in the bandstand
No
and
way.
play in between touchdowns and
No
at
shit,
halftime.
man. That's
Yeah.
cool too, man.
Yeah,
you guys
we
were
just
grinding.
we just do like rage songs
Yeah.
or just kind of any
Dude.
the hypest thing we
Yeah.
could think of at that time.
Dude, fuck, that's ballsy
Yeah.
too, man. You guys were getting after it early, bro. I
Yeah.
was like nervous as hell in middle school to do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
We got super lucky.
That's a funny story,
Yeah.
man. That's gonna age really well. One day you're gonna be like, "Hey, kids, don't be bitching about your gigs now. I played fucking Macy's department store."
Yeah,
I love it, man.
Perfume
That's awesome.
department.
So-
It smelled good.
Is it? You guys have a band name at this point, or is there not really?
No,
Just jamming
it was like Savannah Rhythm Section.
Yeah.
whatever generic thing we could think
Yeah.
of.
Well, you're kids, so. And
Yeah.
then this gets you to the next band, I assume. You
Yeah.
seem like a man who's been in a lot of bands. Is this true?
I guess so.
excuse
I think I've most of my life I've always been in at least a group of people that played.
Yeah.
Except for like maybe a year sometime in the middle of college.
Would you say it's always been your focus? Like, do you have to have it? Like, without it, would you be like, what do I do every day? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Kind
think
of?
so. I
Maybe?
think I definitely music. I think I
Yeah.
gotta have that in some capacity.
Interesting.
And like in my first year of college, when we were just doing covers at Bar South, what was the Cabin Room, which I don't even know what
I think it's the
called
soundtrack now.
Is it the sound?
Yes.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
Yes, soundtrack,
yeah.
right? It's pretty
the
cool.
soundtrack. Yeah, yeah, it's a cool place. It used to be crowded, super crowded every single night when it first opened up. Yeah.
Didn't it used to have like the stage had a fence around it, didn't it?
Dude,
is that true?
It was okay.
I feel like I remember it kind of.
So it was like two. Okay, so if you're looking at the Cabin Room, there's like 3 steps up, and then it looks like a balcony. It's not. It's not. Definitely wasn't made to be a traditional stage because there was a fireplace in it. And we were just thinking, well, this area is sectioned off, and the owner wants bands. Yeah. Let's just set up there. It was not supposed to be a band, like a stage. Yeah.
But now it is.
But yeah, it was. And then I think they took it down. I don't know.
Really? I don't think it's in there anymore, man. Yeah. It's like now it's like a long stage. Like you stand next to your drummer and shit, not behind you. You know what I mean? Kind of cool. I feel like did AFTM ever play there?
So I don't think AFTM played there before I was in there. With Forrest and the Twins and Preston. I played there with Preston. It would be 2014, 2015.
That's a good while ago. You've been in Athens longer than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I took a while in college. I was in a accounting major, and then I changed a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah, drag it out, man. It was fun.
I know it was.
Wasn't too
bad.
Really
good. Great 5.5 years.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
I skipped around a little bit. Let me back up.
Yeah.
What kind of guitar player? No, you're fine. What kind of guitar players are you into? What's getting you into the game? You know what I'm saying? Anybody particular?
So I think like the person who has taught me like 60% of what I know is Derek Trucks. Like bar none.
Yeah.
Because I love Dwayne.
I'm surprised about that.
Yeah.
I figured you just said somebody else. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a good answer.
Yeah, he just had a very unique style that was the way his vibrato is. It sounds like he's testifying, or
it's like he really feels it. Kind of thing, right? When you say, would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's like aggressive but pretty at the same time, kind of.
That's well put, man.
I don't know. It has always gotten to me the way he plays, and then I guess the other guy is probably John Frusciante.
Oh man, dude.
Love him,
dude. He's so good, man.
Yeah.
So good. I've been trying to play. Actually, I'm not even sure if this is him. But does he play Heyo Snow? Is that's him, right?
Yeah.
I've been trying to play that riff my whole life, and I still can't do it as fast as him. It's so good, man. Everything he does is so like tasty and like clean, kind of sometimes, and like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's hard to put how it is.
It's funky, but he's got this like very pretty, slightly sad thing to him too.
Yeah.
Kind of
like a hidden secret anger or something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
But with the funk too, it's like a whole kind of.
I could have seen that. That's kind of what I expected you to say, was something like that. So that makes sense. I don't know why. Yeah. And when did you discover these guys? Early, later? Or?
I think in high school, my friends started showing me the Allman Brothers and all, the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Because when it was just me looking for music, I was all over the place. But then when my friends started showing me music, I got into like the Stones. And
I love the Stones.
All that stuff.
Yeah, I feel you, man. All right, 1 second. Let me make sure we're still filming. I always like to check.
Yeah.
I get nervous.
Make sure.
Oh, we're looking beautiful.
Perfect.
Yes, you look great.
We're still on.
Oh, shit. All right. Sorry. Okay, so that's who got you to play in, and you did 60% of your research from Mr. Derek, right?
Yeah.
And
probably.
you just dug in. You're just like, fuck it, I want to know everything about how this guy plays.
I was like, this guy is my
he's pretty sick,
Lord and Savior. Yeah.
It seems like every guitar player has that one guy. You know what I mean? They're like low key, they're just emulating him, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you kind of take notes, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And low key, it eventually ends up being your own thing. You know what I mean? Because I think you sound super original. You have. If you don't mind me comment on it, I think you it's like you're thinking about what you're going to play next, and you're like, man, it's like, what's the most tasteful thing I can play next without playing too much?
Oh,
you're kind of like super blue. Would you say you're super bluesy?
Yeah, that's all Derek. That's all Derek. That's my bibliography.
Okay, interesting. Because it's like you're trying to make your bends and like vibratos as tasty as you can, which I like. I love it. You're not like just like playing just to play. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to make it mean something.
Thank you.
No problem, man. That's the truth. That's just straight facts right there.
Yeah,
man.
dude. I really dug into all of his albums, and I can still sing all of like the deep cut live solos that he did.
Hell
and
yeah.
it's
Note
just,
for note.
Yeah. You know, 10-minute solo, and just trying to dig in and get everything you can out of that. And also, I liked Hendrix and all those,
great stuff.
all those, everybody's favorite guitar player too. You know, Dwayne. And
of course.
Dwayne's like number 2 or 3 for me too.
It varies with time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Definitely.
It really does.
That's interesting. I don't know if non-musician people know that, but like I think every musician has that one guy that's literally like 60% of their arsenal. Low key, you know, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I think that's
totally
fair.
agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Because
interesting.
it's the one kind of thing you try to, it's the thing that you see that grabs you the most, and then you copy that and copy that, and then you can't copy it like exactly like they do, and then eventually you're like,
you sound like yourself. You know what I mean?
You sound like yourself.
Yes. Yeah. That's funny. I like that. I think there's a quote. It's like, imitation leads to innovation. You ever heard that quote? Something like that. Some bullshit.
The great. This is a Pablo Picasso quote that
nice.
I always tell everybody when we're trying to write, and we're like, oh well, this kind of sounds like, it's the great. Wait, what is it? It's good artists borrow, great artists steal.
I've heard that. That's a banger. Like it. I'm writing that one down. I didn't know that was Picasso.
That one makes me feel a lot better about copying.
It's so
people.
true, man. Like everything is low key recycled. Like people don't want to hear that, but like it's true. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I like that. I think it's cool. All right, good artist copy. Wait, what was it? I'm sorry.
Good, good artists copy or borrow. And then great artists steal.
I love it. I'm keeping that. I like quotes.
Yeah.
I have a list of quotes on my phone that I look back at. Pretty nice. Anyways, moving along.
That's the way
All
to do
right,
it.
so he gets you moving into the band scene. All right, what's your next band? This is where are we at in your career right now? What's your next band up?
Okay.
I want to know the whole story, baby.
Okay, whole story. So the first band in college was, I think, called well, we had like 3 different names. It was like Funkle Sam. It wasn't serious at all. It was me
Jeff.
and Preston. It was what?
Is this you and Jeff?
No, it's not
We're
me
getting
and
there.
Jeff.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
No, it was me and my 2 of my buddies from high school, and then 2 townies. Dane and I forget the other guy's name, but Dane and Tad. Tad was there for a little bit. They were both like way older than us. Tad moved to Mexico to sell computer parts. So then Landon, the singer, who was my buddy from high school, took on bass. Dane was with us for a little bit. We played for maybe a year, and it was good. It was fun.
Yeah?
Played
you guys,
at
a lot of venues?
No, never a venue.
Really? Just like
all
parties
bars.
and stuff? Really? Okay,
all
cool.
bars, yeah.
Nice. That's fun though, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Those are formative gigs, you know what I mean? Like you
those
really
teach you a lot.
Yes, you learn who you are, you know what I mean? And what you can do. I like those. Those are still fun to play, bro.
Yeah.
Still fun. Yes.
I agree.
Not that I'm super deep in the career or anything, but you know what I mean? Like bars are just fun to play.
I love bars.
Yes, man.
Because you're right next to everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like you either got it or you don't. You know what I mean? You either got them or you don't. Yeah. And this Funk with Sam, right?
Yeah.
What's the next up?
So next up, I went home for a little bit because my grades, I think I had like a 2.0 after freshman year.
Yeah.
So I went home for a year and a half, didn't play with any bands, but continued to practice. And,
took some time off on the road.
Yeah, I took some time off.
You road dog.
The road, yeah. The road to Silver Dollar from my dorm.
Love it.
But let's see, I came back, and that's when I met Jeffrey Vernon.
Goat.
And yes. Incredible engineer, producer, great guy, very nice guy.
Great guitar player, dude.
Great guitar player.
Yes, bro. So good.
Yeah.
And a nice guy. Just a nice guy in general.
Yeah, good guy. He ended up being my roommate for a year.
I didn't know that.
But so when I came back to Athens, I met Jeff, and then I met Forrest, and then I started playing in Property of Bolton.
Yes, I've heard about this one. Jeff told me about this one.
Yeah,
Give me the story on this one.
It was me and Jeff met because he heard me playing guitar, and either my roommate or he yelled up from the parking deck of the Mark up to my room, and he was like, "Hey, I play guitar."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I play guitar, obviously." And so he came up, and he was carrying an amp, and I was also carrying an amp. Or no, he was carrying he was carrying a like a DJ deck or some vintage recording equipment, probably, knowing Jeff. And then I was carrying an amp, and we were like, "Hey, you do music. I do music. Let's hang out." And so we jammed. That jam when me and Jeff jammed for the first time was the first time I met Cam Corsino.
Mr. Drum Man.
Yeah, Mr. Drums.
Okay.
And then at that same time, I started playing with AFTM, which was I know Cherry told you the story of how we got in there because the twins couldn't make it, and if I should probably start from the beginning.
Yeah, tell me it. I'm here for it.
So the twins were gonna go to a formal for their fraternity, and so they had a gig that same night, and Preston had mentioned to Forrest, "Hey, I got two friends, John, Cherry, and Kelly, that play. We should have them." And Forrest was like, "Nah, I don't, whatever." And Preston was like, "No, you should think about it. You should do it." And Forrest, I heard from Preston, was like, "All right, yeah, we'll do it." And then so we get together in Nucci's space, and we play Cocaine as our first song. And after that, that was it.
That was all it took.
I heard Cherry do the funk Nord keyboard slap, and Forrest liked the way that I played, and so ever since then
that's a hell of a start story.
We joined,
I love it. That's great. I didn't know that. I thought that they just brought you guys in. I didn't realize that the other two couldn't make a gig.
Yeah. The twins.
That shit don't fly in AFTM. If you can't make a gig, they find somebody else, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But no, the funny story: the twins actually came at like 1 a.m. that night.
Oh yeah, to see you guys.
Yeah, to see us, and I gave him the guitar, and he played a little bit, and he played for like a song or something. Yeah. Will played in his like suit. I remember. Gosh, good times. And awesome. And then that was...
They're probably worried they're going to lose their jobs, man. They're like, look at this guy shredding this shit.
Mean, now, look at him now, though. I mean,
dude,
Kill Will and...
Kill Will is so sick, bro.
Yeah.
So sick. All that stuff he does. I had a class with him, and he's just the nicest guy, too. He's like shy, but... I guess he's shy, right? He's just a nice guy, too. Once you get him talking, though, he's kind of nice.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I talked to him after class. Nice fella. Hope he sees this.
Yeah, but, and John McClain, too, is a nasty producer.
Yeah, I've never met John. But I heard a few of his mixes. I was like, damn, that guy's got it, man. It's like everybody in the band is ridiculously talented. Yeah. You guys got like a superstar super group going there.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like no dead weight. You know what I'm saying? I love it. One thing I wanted to note while you're saying that is Jeff Vernon yelling up to you from the fucking parking deck is the most Jeff Vernon thing I've ever heard. It really is. That's Jeff if I've ever fucking heard it. Love it. All right, moving along. So now we're into the AFTM era. Very interesting how you got into the band. And when is this again? I like timelines.
This was, I think, fall of 2017. Okay. I think.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
And
at this fall of 2017.
At this point, had they played many gigs?
They played, I think, for 6 months or a year.
Wow.
Before then, just the twins, Forrest and Preston.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the twin, okay, sweet, interesting. That's cool. They play any venues, or is it just like bars as well?
I think they played a couple of venues. Yeah. Oh, they played Smith's Old Bar when they were like 17 or 16. Okay. So they're on when they were really young. It wasn't Preston wasn't with them back then. But yeah.
So Preston plays drums, am I right?
Yeah,
he's
Preston
the original
plays
drummer.
Drums.
Is he drummed on, I assume, like Blurry Eyes and Miracle and all those early tracks, right?
Yeah, Blurry Eyes, Miracle, and the original Fool. Yeah.
Yo, fool. That's a good song.
Baby. Yeah.
Love it. Okay, cool. Now we're getting it. I meant to mention, because I had wondered about the drum situation. Let's see. Where am I at right now? So somewhere between 2017, I guess Blurry Eyes comes out in 2018, give or take. How do you guys get to there?
Yeah.
Do you guys gig for a while and then put something out, or I don't know you guys at this point. So
yeah, we gigged for maybe 6 months all around Athens, just at bars, and then Blurry Eyes came out.
Okay. What kind of bars you guys playing? Silver Dollar and
Silver.
Caledonia, anything like that?
No, never Caledonia. Just basically frat bars.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, because we were thinking, why? I mean, we weren't really thinking, but it just so happened, like if you want to get in front of the most amount of people, it's Silver Dollar.
Yeah.
It's, a couple years ago, it was Cabin Room. Sand Dollar.
Bar South, all that stuff.
Bar South, yeah.
It seems like me and John talked about this too. I don't know if you heard it, but like he was telling me that like the fraternity thing's kind of a cheat code. How many of the original band members were in fraternities?
Well,
at least 3, right?
So I mean, I think all.
Really?
The twins were all Lambdas. Forrest was an SAE. John was a KA. Preston was a KA. I was an SAE. So yeah, I guess all of us.
So not only that, you guys were in different ones. So you guys had a few to pick between.
Yeah,
you guys played that circuit for a while, didn't you? Or you're still on it, right?
Yeah,
it seems fun.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I believe it.
It's a good way to get out there. It's a good just like everything. You gotta kind of find the way to get your name out there.
Yeah.
And if you know so and so at this college, an easy way to do it is just say, hey, so and so, tell your fraternity president we're in a band because we can come play their event.
Yeah. Perfect. It's
and
like oil spots, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
It seems like it's like I don't know if
just so happened that way. Yeah.
Other bands need to be like taking notes, you know what I mean? Like I'm taking notes. I'm like, all right, these guys did the fraternity scene and it worked. And it's the best way to get paid in Athens. Not that that's what it's about, you know what I mean? When you're starting, you know what I mean? You get fraternity shows can pay a little bit, right?
Yeah, it helps pay for studio
Bar South's
time.
not paying you that much, is it?
No.
It's cutting it close, right?
It's cutting it kind of close.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just for the fun of it. But that's interesting. So you guys start playing around Athens and then you say, we got a single. This is the first song you guys wrote together, or did you have it already?
Forrest had that for years.
I believe it. It seems like it. It seems like like bands like first songs are usually like really good, like they've had it and they've been sitting on it. You know what I mean? And it's a great song, dude. It's so good, bro. It's so catchy. I told John when I heard it, I thought it was like a Southern rock classic. I like played it back and back on I think it was like Instagram story. I was like, what fucking song is that, bro? It sounds like something I've heard. And it sounds great, man. The fucking solo is gnarly. I like when John kicks in at the start, the organ sound. Yeah. It rises. Dude, it sounds great.
I love it. Yeah, it's a good song. I'm glad it happened like that.
Yeah.
It wrote itself almost.
Those are always the good ones, bro.
Yeah, because Forrest had it laid out and we were just kind of did what everybody did, what kind of came naturally, and it just happened in like 30 minutes.
That's awesome. And you guys did it at 1093? Interesting.
With Jeff.
Is this still, you still enjoy playing this one? I'm sure you do, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've been playing it for a while. It's not my favorite anymore, but I mean, we've only been playing it a couple of years.
Yeah, that's just
you love it. You love it like it's your kid that's, I guess, been with you for too long.
They just went off to college, so you got to let them go. You got to let them go for a little while. They'll be back, though. They'll be back. Yeah. Tell me about the solo at the end, dude. It's such a great one.
Oh, shit. It took me a lot of takes.
Really?
Yeah, we did it live, but yeah.
Overdubbed guitar stuff?
No, that was all live.
Okay. The whole thing? No overdubs? Yeah,
the whole lot.
Wow.
I think that song, the way we did it early on was everything was live. The first album, I believe, was all live except for a few small overdubs of like extra parts that aren't really very present.
Yeah,
in the
just
mix.
give some room and stuff. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
did Forrest do his vocal live?
Oh yeah, you're right. That's
the
only
thing.
That
doesn't count though. I loved it. Just everything is
that
fucking the guitar solo is live. I can't believe that. I figured you overdubbed that guy.
No. It was. I'm glad that was the best take by the band, and I'm glad I played my solo.
Sounds fantastic. Yeah, glad you didn't butcher it at the end. Make it all the way to the end.
Yeah, because everybody else was like, "That's the take, guys."
Were they look? How many takes do you think it took you guys? If you don't mind me asking.
Maybe. Gosh, I don't. 10.
You knew you had to get it right. That's not bad.
10,
That's not
yeah,
terrible.
probably 10, maybe 15.
It's not bad.
I
like
know
it.
Miracle took a long time.
Did it?
Yeah, and we started drinking too at one point. But I
In
think we
93?
caught it like shortly after that.
That's a good song. I like that one. I like Fool too.
I really like Fool.
Fool is so catchy. Do you guys play that one live a lot? Every time?
Oh
or
yeah, every time. Every
it's like
time.
it's like a lean back. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like in your face. It's like
it's like
a
side
vibe.
to side.
Yeah,
You know.
it's very interesting. Good vocal on that one and everything.
Yeah, I love that song.
So at this point, what do you just the guitar nerd inside me? What are you playing? What are you recording through?
Oh, dude. So so I went as far away from vintage as possible with my guitar gear.
From the start?
Recently. No, just very recently.
We'll get to that. What were you playing in the Blurry Eyes era?
For Blurry Eyes, I think it was a 60 watt Mesa Boogie satellite.
Really?
Yeah,
nice.
Which was like it's a all clean 60 watt amp with barely any preamp.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and I put a fuzz pedal in front of it
for a little distortion.
Yeah,
action?
it was the Catlin bred Karma Sutra.
Interesting.
Was it? Yeah,
That's,
and then
that's the secret to the early AFTM sound, right there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Rig rundown.
Yeah, a clean amp and a fuzz pedal barely on.
And you guys at this point, you still don't really know what you're doing, right? Like you're
No,
just kind of
no
really
idea.
just like,
No idea.
We'll record it, put it out, see what happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
No production experience at all, right?
Zero.
It sounds
John.
great,
Well,
man.
John had a little bit.
Yeah.
John and Will had been messing around in DAWs for a little bit at that time, and John was the guy who mixed. I think he mixed blurry. Yeah, he mixed Blurry Eyes. Yeah, we mixed it in his dorm room, I think.
Interesting. That's awesome.
Yeah,
they're super talented at that. Both the twins are.
Yeah, they are.
How'd you like playing with Will's guitar, right? Will's
Will.
guitar, right?
Yeah.
How'd you like playing with him? Like, was there a tug, like, oh, I want to play lead, or oh, you just be rhythm and I'll be lead?
No, honestly, it was great. Like we never fought. He actually has like he's got a super cool way of like looking at the guitar because he loves people like American football and like a lot of indie kind of like punk indie stuff.
Yeah.
So he has a super cool take on the guitar, and I try to steal it.
Really?
Every now and again, yeah.
What do you mean? Like, is it like a flow, or like, can you describe it? I'm curious.
He
now.
loves open tunings. He loves he just got like a very unique kind of ear.
Interesting. How many songs have open tunings on it? I've never noticed.
Middle has an open tuning. Yeah, Middle does.
I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Well,
now.
Will's part on Middle has open tuning.
Did you guys do that a lot for like texture? Or not really? Just occasionally.
He did it occasionally. I think he had one or two other songs that had open tunings, but Middle's kind of the big one.
And it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, maybe I am wrong. It's kind of sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's Kelly, because I've seen you guys play live 2 or 3 times, I think. Sometimes I can really tell, like, obviously Blurry Eyes, that's you at the end. And then sometimes it'll be something I'd be like, man, I wonder if that was Will. Does he do a lot of lead licks?
Will
or any?
Will, he did a sick lead lick in the chorus of Bad for the Money. Yeah.
I love that song, dude.
Don't know.
Yeah,
that one in the chorus, that's Will.
Dude,
Yeah.
Bad for the Money is a sick song.
Yeah.
There's like great songs. I told
rocker.
John the same thing, bro. It's like there's great sing-along songs, and then there's fucking badass songs. And Bad for the Money is badass, bro.
Thank you, man.
Great
you.
solo in that song, if I'm not mistaken, right? Hold on. I wrote it down. I made a list on the way here because I wanted to make sure I noted some of my favorite ones. Solo, yeah, I noted. All I put was solo on Bad for the Money. It's fucking sick. It's like a lot of reverb on there or something. It sounds huge.
Dude. There's like an old fuzz that was at Chase Park that is on the guitars.
Yeah.
There's a flanger on one of the guitars,
Nice.
just because we were like, oh shit, there's a lot of gear. Let's use it.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you guys never had like any tension, like I want to play lead kind of thing, did you?
No.
Really?
No.
That's
honestly,
awesome.
no.
That's rare.
I never felt any of it. Yeah.
And you play a lot of rhythm too.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to.
That's what I try to focus on now.
As you get older in your old age.
Yeah.
The rhythm is very important.
It is very important.
When you're a kid, all you want to do is the young gun stuff, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
that's interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
It seems you guys have a nice, especially live, you guys have a nice, like, you're never in each other's way. I noticed that. Like you never, you know what I mean? Like you're never like both doing something off track. I don't know. I wish I'd seen you guys more, but I've only had the luck of seeing you guys twice.
Yeah, you got to come. You got to come to the whenever we play next in Athens.
I can't wait. It's coming, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything on the horizon?
The
theater's back in September.
Is it?
That's what they're saying. Is they're doing some country man in September?
That's good. I'm glad.
September.
Very glad. Yeah. So September,
they owe you one, right? Or how does that work?
We were the first band to get canceled. So
really? Yeah. Better be the first to get rebooked.
I don't know. Yeah. Who knows?
All right.
Let me
back up.
I want to play.
Yeah, for real. I got too fired up here. All right. We were at
It's like the 5th time we've had to say that.
There's nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. That means it's going well.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's going well. All right, we did Blurry Eyes, Fools. What's next? I guess the album's next, right?
Yeah.
There's Fools. What's the other single? Blurry Eyes, and we already talked about it.
Miracle.
Yes, those are the first 3. Like you guys are kind of finding your feet, right? And you're doing a really great job. You hopped out of the gate pretty quick with it.
Yeah, thank you.
And then the next up is album, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How does that happen?
So we did. We knew we wanted to do an album. We didn't have. We had a collection of like 10 songs, I think, that we had just written over the course of a couple of months.
Yeah.
And we were like, hey, let's just go into 1090 or not 1093. Let's go into Chase Park because we wanted something a little bit different. We cut 12 songs or 10 songs somewhere in there. I don't even remember. To tape in 5 days. And it was awesome. A madhouse.
Was it?
Because every single day we were working all day because we did not have enough time at all.
Really?
But we try, you just kind of make do.
Go with it.
Yeah. And at some point you just kind of have to say, look, it's good enough.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Sounds fucking fantastic, bro. That's unreal that you guys did it in 5 days. I really like that.
Thank you.
Cool. It sounds very consistent. It sounds like you guys the whole time. You know what I mean? Like there's not one that's like, I'm gonna skip that one. It's a great album, and it's impressive that that's your first fucking album. You've only put 3 songs out for that. I told John a lot of this. You know what I mean? But like, it's just fucking impressive. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And
thank you so much.
I wrote down a bunch I wanted to note. Hold on. Sorry to look at my phone. I hate looking at my phone. Usually I write this down. Bad for the Money is by far my favorite. By far.
I love playing.
How about the wah on Seeing Ain't Believing? Is that you?
Oh yeah.
In like the verse.
Yeah, I think I had, or that might have been Cherry's clavinet. I know Cherry's playing a clavinet. I might have a wah on the album. I know I don't use a wah live.
Yeah. Any reason for that?
Just because I get lazy.
Wahs are lame.
Yeah, I love wah.
I just you just don't want to deal with it.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm second guessing. Maybe I should get a walk for the verse.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
That's not a bad idea.
Give him a little walk. It sound good, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And the solo's epic on that one too. Seeing Ain't Believing, dude. It's the same kind of. It sounds kind of like Bad for the Money, like a big reverb kind of sounding like epic, but not like this guy's just like flashing really hard. You know what I mean? It's like tasty epic.
Yeah, I tried to make it sound very chaotic, while trying to keep some sort of melodic thing throughout the entirety of it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, straddle the line between
out of control and
out of control and tasteful.
I like it. You did well, man. It sounds great. It's cool. I feel like Bad for the Money and Seeing Ain't Believing, the solos in the same spot because like you kind of go into something after it. Am I wrong about that? I like the Bad for the Money, the synth thing at the end.
Yeah,
God, it's so good, and it goes in the next one so smoothly.
Yeah, I love how that end section we wanted to make it sound like it was floating.
Yeah, and it does
a little bit.
Yeah. Do you have any other favorites from the album that you'd like to note or moments on it?
I love playing Move On live.
Really?
I love playing Move On. Yeah. Move On's a great one.
I like that one.
Yeah. That one's really fun.
I don't know how to describe it. It's different.
Yeah, it's kind of it's more like Kings of Leon, or
I could see that.
More of that kind of post-rock thing, I guess.
Yeah, kind of 2000s-y.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you say?
Yeah. I agree.
I like
agree.
Get Down, of course.
Get
Banger.
Down. I love Get Down.
Get Down's great. I like the horns on the album. The
Yeah,
horns are
me
cool.
too.
I'm down with the horns.
Yeah, that was Jacob Slavaji, who's an incredible sax player.
I was about to say he's sax player in Chungus, right?
Yeah,
that's him, dude.
Yeah.
He's sick, man.
Yeah,
so
can't get away from him.
So
you don't want to.
Is he? What is he playing on that? Is it a like a what would it be? A tuba or trombone?
So he's playing sax, and then one of Jeff's good friend Yvonne is playing trombone, and then we also had a trumpet player too, who was one of Jacob's friends.
I was about to say it sounds like a couple guys. I knew it wasn't just one, unless you did some overdubbing.
It's there's 3 on Get Down, and then there's 3 or 2 on See and Ain't Believin'.
Interesting.
I think it's the same group of guys.
Yeah, I like Flying High.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Like a banger.
I
need to stop singing
always
right here.
very very kind of calming live too.
Really?
Because
it
just it's not as hype
in your face
as See and Ain't Believin' or Get Down until the end.
Gotcha.
I just
it kind of lean. No, it's fine. I kind of think of them like you lean back into them, kind of. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like it's weird when I say it, but it makes sense.
No,
I like
totally
Fool. I like
you.
Death of a Rambler, man. Dude, I like all of them. I like Whiskey, dude. I like Whiskey.
Yeah, Whiskey's a
banger, bro.
Good song.
The Claw's a good song. It's more. It's like different for you guys. You know what I mean? I don't think that you guys have another song like Whiskey.
Yeah,
you know
we tried to make this sort of EDM drop as a live band, and it turned out like that.
The drums really cool.
When the drums come in, and we tried to make it feel like. I remember being in the studio, and we were like, guys, let's try to make it feel like an EDM drop somehow, and.
EDM, dude, I'm super interested in EDM. Like, I don't listen to it that much, but I like how they use energy. You ever noticed it? Like the risers, like Will does it really well.
Really, really well.
Really well. And like the risers and the drums, it'll like start tripling or just like double, you know what I mean? And it just fucking drop. Sounds cool. Super into that stuff. I've tried to do that too, like in songs, you know what I mean? Like I'm always at band practice, like, let's make it like this EDM drop. It's fucking crazy. And then it's just the drummer like snaring around, you know what I mean?
Especially as a band, because you're trying to. I bet you kind of feel the same way because you're doing this. You're trying to explore the kind of EDM, but it's fun to try to push the boundary of what you think you can do, just to see if you could kind of get away with it.
How are they all written? Like, do you recall? Like, do you ever bring in like guitar parts or like you're like, hey, I got this. Let's make a song out of it, or how does it go?
Well,
it just varies.
It varies. A lot of times it's just one of us has a good idea of either their own part or like a rough outline of the way something should go, and then we all kind of put in our input. To varying degrees depending upon the song, and then eventually it just comes together.
Interesting. You ever write any lyrics?
I've written a couple. I actually wrote all the lyrics to Miracle.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man. I didn't know that.
And I wrote the verse lyrics to Middle.
No shit.
Damn,
bro, that's cool. I didn't realize that. I just didn't know how it worked. Do you sing on any of them?
No. I'm a very bad singer, and
I don't believe you, bro. Come on.
I'm not nowhere near as good as Forrest, but I try to dabble in lyrics just because I want to get better at it. Yeah. Because as a guitar player, it's for me, because I'm so used to just playing and writing guitar. It's kind of fun to try to
like outside of your box kind of thing. You ever sing any background vocals live?
I just did it for the first time. Well, I had my first mic to myself.
Really?
On Friday. Yeah, no. It went all right. Yeah. And then on Flying High Live, I always go up to Forrest's mic and we do the
80s thing. Rock, like getting each other's face thing.
Yeah.
Love it.
When he's doing She's Flying High.
Okay. Yeah. Sweet, man. That's cool. I wonder just who sings on what and whatnot. Yeah. I've always been a fan of more singers, like as many people in the band can sing, let them sing. You know what I mean? Might as well. I've always thought that was cool.
I agree. Cherry sings every show.
Does he? I don't even think I've ever noticed that. I haven't seen you guys in forever, man. It's been a fucking year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been a
That's
long
awesome.
time.
Do you have any key, not to move on from the album because the album's fantastic.
No, you're
But
good.
Do you have any key like shows in you guys' history that you'd like to note, or like any moments or anything?
Gosh, I think
It's a big question.
Athfest was one of my favorite shows.
Big crowd, man.
Yeah,
you guys
big
pulled them out, man.
and it was just so cool to look off stage and just see Washington.
Yeah,
you know, and you realize how lucky you are to be there, and it's just super special.
It's crazy
moment.
Look to your right, it's probably Bar South right there, right? And then up on the hill, you got Silver Dollar, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it on that street?
It was not. It was
full
and
circle.
then the 40 watts right there too.
Yeah, right
It's
behind you.
Crazy.
That's awesome. Or no, it'd be in front of you. You're right. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that was I unfortunately was not at that one, but I've seen videos from Luke Dag.
Yeah,
Luke's videos are so sick.
Yeah,
and I was like, damn, I missed that one. I missed that one. That's a good one. Any other shows? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty. I'm just curious.
Yeah, Georgia Theater was really fun.
First time or second time or both?
So first time it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Very scary, to be honest.
That's the first big boy show, right?
Yeah, first big boy show. And so that was fun, but it told us that we definitely, it was hard. Second Georgia Theater show was fun and it was good. It felt a lot more real. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's just with time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Any interesting. So what about it was nerve wracking to you? Was it like, are we going to sell tickets? Are we going to fuck songs up? Or what was it?
Are we going to fuck? Am I going to fuck songs up? That's exactly what it was. It was like, holy shit. Am I going to piss my pants in front of these people?
You did great, man.
Exactly what it was. Yeah, it was all internal nerves.
But you guys, I mean, you've been on the road. I mean, you guys have played all across SEC. I mean, before Georgia Theater, right? Or somewhere in that area,
yeah,
right?
around there. I still get nervous though.
Really?
Yeah.
Super nervous, like throwing up nervous, or
I've never thrown up, but God,
like just uneasy.
Yeah, very especially. I mean, even Saturday I was nervous.
That's funny. That's interesting. I think it's good though.
Yeah.
Low key, I think it's good. Like if you weren't nervous, like that's kind of the relief is when the nerves go away.
Yeah.
I think it's important, low key. I don't know. That's a hot take here.
It keeps you alert.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think for me at least, I get more nervous when we're less prepared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we're prepared, I'm nervous, but like if we're not prepared, I'm nervous. You know what I mean?
You're like, I know it's not gonna go good.
And I always be talking shit to him. I'm like, shit. Like after a good show, I'm like, yeah, man, we don't get fucking nervous anymore. But then every time, bro, there's a little bit of nerves in there. I like it though. I like it though.
It keeps you sharp.
Interesting. Any notable bar gigs?
Notable bar gigs.
They all notable?
Silver Dollar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we played there all the time.
Really?
And it was always crowded in there, even when we weren't playing. So it just made a sense for us to play there. Makes
a lot of sense.
We would play there, once a week for months and months. Yeah.
Damn, that is awesome. You guys were the house band. That's sick, man.
I mean, I think it laid the foundation for everything we've been able to accomplish.
That's
just
awesome.
Getting on the ground floor, getting ground floor fans and people, and
meeting the people face to face. Were you guys taking requests, or how does it go with that? You guys had a set list or no?
We had like 30 songs that we knew we all knew, and then if we were like, yeah, let's do this one next, we would do that one next.
30 songs? That's a good bit, man.
Probably.
Yeah. Was it mostly what kind of music are we talking?
All old classic rock covers.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
You want a little bit?
Southern rock. Yeah.
Yeah, give a little dash in there. Here, I'll just pass you the whole thing. I think I got it. A little classic rock. When you say classic rock, give me a few examples. What's some songs you guys would rip?
What would it be? It was like
It's Been Too Long.
You got any extra ginger ale in there?
Yeah. Oh shit. Let me go get you one. I'm gonna get you some ice too, my man.
No, I'm good. You can. Don't worry about me.
I got you. Can you talk to the people for a second? Keep
I'll
going?
talk to the people. I'll keep it going. Yeah. Hello, people. How are y'all doing, people? I love Jameson, by the way. The person and the whiskey. God, I just noticed that.
Put a little bit in there.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like Marshall Tucker Band. Oh, dude, I didn't know that was for you.
No, you're good. I don't like you too.
Damn. Okay.
You're good, man.
It was shit, Tom Petty.
Hell yeah. I love Tom Petty.
Yeah.
What Tom Petty song?
We did, what did we do?
Breakdown.
Breakdown. Yeah.
Breakdown.
Yeah.
Love that song, bro.
And what was the other one? I'm learning to fly.
Yeah,
learning to fly.
Yeah. That's a banger too, bro.
Yeah.
Big Petty guy here. I like his songwriting.
I love that song. That's learning to fly was great because it's like 4 chords and the easiest song in the world to play.
Dude, it's kind of euphoric, bro.
It sounds
like the
good.
record? It sounds like really like you're flying. Crazy. He does that really well. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Where was I at? All right, sorry, I better get back on track. I'm running a long time. Let's see. We were at just notable shows. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so we're pretty much back up to date now. You played Georgia Theater twice. I saw you guys at 40 Watt. That was a good show.
Yeah.
With Jester?
Yeah, that was a fun show. I love Jester.
They're very cool, man.
Love those
Rest
guys.
in peace, Jester.
Yes, rest
Gone
in
but
peace.
not
Still
forgotten.
in our hearts.
Gone but not forgotten, man.
Yeah.
That was a very good show. You guys played In One Ear by Cage the Elephant.
Yeah,
Do you remember
I love
this?
that song.
I love that song
Gosh,
too. That's
it's
a
such
badass
a rock song.
Yeah. It's kind of like Bad for Money. It's badass. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like the line. There's
it's
a line.
got attitude.
There's a line in verse 2. It's like the crowd will only like us if they're
if
really
we're
fucking,
really fucking drunk.
I was like, let's go. I like that line. I don't know why.
That was our mantra when we were playing Silver Dollar.
You guys big drinkers in the band, or before or after shows?
Definitely. Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During, before, or after?
Yeah.
Well, here, cheers to it, brother.
We've slowed down recently.
Yeah. Just for show's sake, you're getting all professional on us, man.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
So tell me. I know a little bit about this because we'll talk about Chungus in a minute. Tell me about the switch over from amps to the Helix. You have a Helix, right?
Yeah, Helix.
What the fuck is up with this, man?
Dude, so if I wanted to do the thing where I could play different styles at the click of a button.
Nice.
And I wanted to be able to do like funk to hard rock and experiment with all kinds of different sounds, and I wanted to get out of my like comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because I'd played with amps for so long and
forever.
And I at the time I was listening to a ton of electronic music, a ton of rap. I wasn't listening to guitar players at all. I wanted to sound like an EDM synth lead instead of a guitar. And I was thinking the only way I'm going to do this is if I just kind of go head first into the abyss.
Digital.
And it was terrible for the first month.
Really?
And then you kind of learn how to do it and it gets easier. It's the nerd dealing with the Helix is the nerdiest thing you could ever do.
Really?
Yeah, because you
like
got
Gear Maniac.
Yeah,
interesting.
You're burying your head in it.
Is
for
it
like
line 6? Is it right? Okay.
Yeah,
I did some research on this because I'm super interested in these two. Like, I was surprised because I remember I don't know what I was doing, but I was at 40 Watt when you guys were sound checking Big Chungus the time you guys played there, and you walked up with this fucking thing and set it up there. I was like, where's the fucking amp at, man? And I was like, just of all people, I kind of like, you know what I mean? You're in a Southern rockish band. I'm like, this guy's a tube amp maniac. You know what I mean?
I know. But I took a 180-degree turn out of nowhere.
That's awesome.
I'm kind of glad I did it.
Yeah.
Though.
And you're all in right now.
I'd love a Vox. I honestly might go back.
Really?
I'm thinking about going
back. Bro,
you
got to shoot me a text if you go back. I'm going to need to know if you do.
I think I might.
And just drop the Helix off over here. Let me use it.
I'll loan it out for a week.
Shit, man.
Yeah, you could use it for a week, dude. Take that thing away from me.
It seems fun, though. Like, I'm not like a humongous gear guy, but like I go through gear phases, you know?
Yeah.
And I think it's appealing to have like, I assume you have different songs loaded up in different patches.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have like a little plug-in or a patch that says "Seeing Ain't Believing" or something, right? Is that how it is?
Well, I got one patch for the entirety of the first album.
Really?
Because in the studio it was all just volume knob and like a couple delay pedals. So I got one patch for the entire first album, and then ever since middle, I've got different patches for every song and different stomps for each chorus verse
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Super geeky.
That's awesome, though, man.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, you're the only guitar player in the band, right? Except for Forrest on acoustic.
Yeah, Forrest still he plays electric a lot of times now.
Defender Strat, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much? I mean, how many songs are you alone on, guitar wise?
I think none.
None. Okay. Interesting.
The only one that we do live where I'm alone on guitar is 1,000 Miles.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I figured.
Yeah, the White Girls song.
Yeah, love it. It's catchy.
I love that song.
It's catchy, man.
We did it as a joke, and now we can't stop. We can't
it's too
stop,
good.
Dude.
It's too good. I love it, man. Well, that's cool. I think it's very interesting. It's kind of appealing. You were talking about stage volume when we talked about it. Keep stage volume down.
Yeah.
So that's part of the in-ear rigs that you guys had, the fancy stuff.
Yeah, it's very fancy. And the past 2 gigs, we've been doing monitors.
Yeah.
Just to
what's it like to go
feel
back
it a little bit. It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. There's pros and cons.
To
Whichever
each.
one's better, who knows?
Interesting.
To be honest.
I think stuff like that's super interesting. What made you guys want to make the switch? You're just like, all right, we're making enough money to where we can actually afford to get real setup here.
Yeah, and buying that system, we can record on it now, so we can make demos
awesome.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
And
just
like
an
record
interface kind of thing.
Yeah, it's an interface, and it's got 14 XLR outputs and like a bunch of inputs.
Interesting. That's super cool, man. I'm super interested in gear and stuff.
Burping.
No, you're fine, man. Is that the band call?
I think so. Oh no, we got like 5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The man is a businessman. He's got a call coming in, and I can't interrupt. So we'll cut this shit. We'll cut it at 8:14.
Okay, perfect.
Close enough, dude. I'm having such a good time. I hate we have to call it. Let's see.
Yeah,
I wrote
too.
a few other things I wanted to note.
Yeah.
Let's see. How did the name come about? Where did AFTM come from?
So it was kind of a joke at first, because Forrest and the twins initially made it up. It was meant a few too many.
Yes.
And it was because they had, I think, too many members.
That makes sense.
And it was a joke.
Yeah.
And then a couple members quit. So then they literally had, and then they didn't have enough members at one point. I don't know. It was,
they were lacking.
Yeah, it was a joke, but like then something happened and it became like an actual serious problem that they didn't have enough members. Yeah.
See, I knew this. I'd read this on the Facebook bio like back in the day when I was just hearing about you guys that it was a few too many. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good name. And then you guys dropped the album called Around for the Moment. I'm like, okay, now it's a good name. Like, you know what I mean? Now it can mean whatever you want to. You know what I mean? It can mean like a few too. No, that's not good. But you know what I mean? Like, it
can mean anything.
A fucking tomato mashed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It can mean anything.
I like that one.
You guys should keep naming the. Well, I guess it'll get old eventually. But if you can think of something cool, keep naming the album.
No, that's what we're trying to do.
That's cool.
That's actually what we're trying to do.
That's the best names mean whatever you want to. You know what I mean? And it sounds fucking huge. Something about it sounds mega. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah,
I think so. It sounds fucking ginormous.
It's fun. It's fun to try to come up. And people tell us new names all the time, and we're like, oh yeah, that's a good one.
Nice one. Yeah. So do you guys have any well, we've only got 2 minutes, but tell me you guys future plans for the moment. What you guys got going on?
Just right now we're trying to gig as much as we can schedule, and also just record and write as much as possible.
What should we expect from the next? Oh, damn it, we didn't even get to the new singles, bro.
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, those were fun.
I love Fuck Your Friends. Is that the official name?
Yes.
FYF.
The official name. Yeah.
Banger. I like Julia.
I love
catchy,
Julia
bro.
too.
So catchy.
That was the biggest bitch to record.
Julia's a big
well, those 4 songs were the biggest bitch because we recorded them right in the middle of coronavirus, and we tried to all do it to a click, separately, and then put them together, and it sounded terrible. So that was a learning experience.
Interesting. So like you guys, it seems like around the middle era, I don't know when middle comes out, but somewhere in there, middle was the first one I heard. I was like, oh, these guys have fucking figured the production game out. Like it sounds great. Middle's a great song, man.
That was all John.
Really?
That was all John.
Middle sounds fucking fantastic, bro.
Thank you.
It sounds so good. And it's catchy. It's like, it feels like a different point in you guys' career, if that makes sense. True or false? Maybe.
I think so.
I feel like it's like a turning point, kind of like, oh, these motherfuckers are gonna be huge.
That song we took the longest that we had ever had to record a song, and then also I think John had a very clear vision of what he wanted to do on the production side.
He did it well, man. So, sounds great.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's 8:14. Man has a business call. Thank you for coming on, dude. I had a great time.
Yeah, of course.
You should come back sometime.
You should.
I should. I want to get you, Jeff, and Sam Groveman in here together.
That'd be fun.
I want to make that happen.
It'd be very fun.
It'd be very fun.
I'm very down.
Thank you so much for coming in, man. I think we got to talk about most things I want to talk to you. I do want to have you back, though. We'll talk some more nerdy guitar shit.
Perfect.
I love it. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for bringing me some Jameson. It was delicious. Cheers, brothers. This will be the thumbnail right here. You ready? Yeah. Love it.
Perfect.
All right, man. That's a wrap.
Even if you don't